So this pattern is going to come from a two-hand hold, and it comes really off of just a tuck. 2, 3 into 4, 5 into 6. Standard tuck. Maybe it's tuck with a double turn. 1, 2, 3 into 4, 5 into 6, and then maybe even extend it 7 and 8. So we'll show it. We call it a Shutup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We'll show it from this side. 1, 2, 3 into 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to show the guy's footwork here to start with. Again, a very high-level move, something you'd want to do with a very familiar partner. I'm going to step back on 1, together on 2. I'm going to do a point on my 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Delayed double, delayed double, delayed double. 8-beat pattern. Back on 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Now the handwork is the critical part of this pattern. Back 1, I've got both hands. I'm going to pull this inside elbow. I'm going to pull the elbow inside and over the top on 2. 1, 2, and then prep to my left shoulder back on 3 as if I'm doing a tuck. Tuck her on 3, and I'm going to turn her under on 4. 2 hands, back 1, 2, and 3, and then prep her back on the 3 as I get my elbow up and over the top of her arm. Prep her on 3 for the tuck. I'm going to turn her under on 4 and now slide down and catch that bottom arm so that we can actually hit on the 5. And I'll show more of that with my partner after we hit on the 5. Spin her out of it on 6, 7, and 8. I'll show more of that with Sharlot. Footwork for you, or?
Footwork for the followers. An 8-beat pattern that he's leading. He's leading me into a tuck. My 1, 2 is going to be a double. I'm going to walk at him on 1. My 3 and 4 is a triple. That's where I'm having the tuck action happening on the 3 and 4. I step out of the pattern as he turns me away from him and redirects me back to a left turn on 5, 6, which is a double. And then he leads me into a triple turn on my, and that's where I'm going to end this pattern with a triple on the 7 and 8. So it's a double for 1, 2, triple for 3 and 4, 5, 6, another double, 7 and 8, a triple. So just to show this by myself, he's walking me in forward. 1, 2, it's very small. Now he starts to tuck me with a 3 and 4. Then he turns me away on the 5. 5, he's catching my arm and bringing me back to him on this next double. 5, 6. Then I'm turning again for a triple on the 7 and 8. 7 and 8. One time with my partner. I'm going to walk through this as slow as possible. 1, 2, 3, turn 4, step back with my left foot on 5. He brings me back around 6, away from him, 7 and 8.
A little faster this time. It's a 1, 2, prep 3, turn 4, set 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let me try my footwork this time with you. This is called a Shutup tuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Guys, that arm comes between. I'm gonna show this a few times with this angle. Just getting this elbow up and over the top is a weird position. 1 and 2. Yeah?
So he goes in sort of a block and a catch underneath his armpit. 1.
My right arm is out. And
2. He has this, what I call a chicken wing over the top. So he pulls that up, gives me a bit of a chicken wing, and I'm underneath.
Kind of trap that arm there. As I tuck on 3.
I give him something, I give him a little compression so that he can work with me. I don't just drop once he's done this block. I have to give a tone in the body.
Slide in underneath 4, set her on 5, unwind her on 6, 7, and 8. Never look. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, set 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, if you are going to use this pattern, say some choreography and routines, there are ways of speeding it up. If you need to hit the 4 for some reason in the music, you can do that. We're actually showing here the hit happening on 5. There are also interpretations where you can hit pop, 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 and maybe get a couple of hits going there. I'm going to show it from this side. Just going to keep it as is. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we used to use this move socially on the floor. A little history of the term "Shutup." Seems a little harsh, but we would be dancing on the floor, maybe a little jabbering going on, and the attention span would start to drift. And then I would grab both hands, put her into this, and she would realize that we needed more attention to the dance, and we'd shut up. So that's kind of where the move came from. Some humor between Sharlot and myself. Isn't that right?
That's right, dear. So the follower also, I would get pretty wild with this, with a little bit of a head bopping on this "Shut Up." Because it felt a little bit violent, I started to react violently. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Sure,
so the 5, 6 was really where I started to really roll and change up this move. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Shut up! Here, let me do that. The verbal. Shut up! Fabulous. Here.
So the follower's footwork on this pattern is a double, triple, double, triple. He brings me in 1, 2, 1, 2, with a nice triple on the 3 and 4. This is where the tuck action is. 3 and 4. I'm stepping away, and he's going to grab the inside of my left arm on 5. 5, he grabs. He turns me into him on 6, and I start another turn, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to do this next pattern now with a bit of a head styling, the more violent interpretation that I like to do with this on the 5, 6. 1, 2. Again, we're going to tuck on that 3 and 4, 3 and 4. Right here is where I really kind of, as he starts to grab my arm, I react with a head toss. 5, and I'm down into a sit position, and my head is down and rolled to the right. 5, I'm up on 6, and then I make it a weight change, and 7 and 8. One more time. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 7 and 8. With my partner, see if I'm not lying. If I am, break this down slowly.
A little bit of an angle here.
Maybe a slow motion technique for you guys on the video.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8.
Shut up with a head toss.
Yee-hoo.